I'll be relatively brief, and I want to start off by wishing my grandson, Troy, a happy second birthday today. So that's why we're all here, and so make sure Troy is aware of that, okay? I'm honored to have represented my home state and this great university the past 7 seasons. I want to thank Buckeye Nation, our students and faculty, our state high school coaches, Gene Smith for giving me this opportunity, my awesome family, and most importantly, our staff and student athletes for all they've done during this time. My goal has always been to make this one of the premier and most comprehensive programs in America. It has always been a goal to see a healthy, strong program handed to an elite coach in person to make it even better. And I want to congratulate Ryan Day and his family. We've worked extremely hard to make the great state of Ohio, the university community, including our alumni and former players, and Buckeye Nation very proud. I look forward to working with our staff and players in preparing to play Washington in the Rose Bowl. It's always been a dream of mine and many of our coaches and players to compete in the Rose Bowl, and it's going to be an honor to represent the Big Ten Conference in that game. Thank you very much.
Let me thank all of you for being here. I appreciate you taking your time. As you know, the announcement has already been made about the decision of Urban Meyer and his family, our head football coach, and our decision to hire Ryan Day. Before I say a few words, before I have Urban come up, I wanted to just say a few words, and please bear with me. This is a great time in our history to have an opportunity to recognize a coach and a family who's done such a tremendous job for our student athletes and Buckeye Nation and our community, but also to welcome in a new leader. First and foremost, I want to thank our president, Michael Drake. I want to thank our trustees. I want to thank my colleagues on the president's cabinet for supporting us in this process that we're going through right now. I want to thank the football players who were notified this morning for their great work and congratulate them on their Big Ten championship and wish them the best in the Rose Bowl. I can still vividly recall the day I met Shelley and Urban in a meeting room in a hotel in Atlanta to invite them to be a part of Buckeye Nation. That time was filled with promise. We knew we were getting an elite coach. And when he went 12-0 in the first season, we realized Urban was really going to be a game changer. What Urban has brought to Buckeye Nation by far exceeded expectations. Not only has he elevated the quality and status of our program, but his presence has elevated Big Ten football. To compete with Urban coach teams, the Big Ten colleagues have had to elevate their programs. Urban has a very, very special gift. He is an elite coach, and his Ohio State teams excel both on and off the field, and I emphasize off the field. He is a brilliant leader of men. His command of football strategy is second to none. He is a tireless recruiter and an innovator in creating programs for student athletes beyond the field. The Real Life Wednesdays program is certainly an elite program. A hallmark of great leadership is to leave a program better than you found it. There's little doubt that Urban has done that. Buckeye Nation is deeply grateful for the peak experiences we have all had cheering for his magnificent teams. Shelley and Urban are also leaders in this community, especially Shelley. They are called upon often to donate their time and resources, and they have always stepped up to do that. While we have enjoyed an incredible run, I also recognize the toll that it takes. I support Urban in his desire to step aside as our head coach and contribute to Buckeye Nation in a different way in the years ahead. We're grateful to Urban and Shelley and their family for all they have given us. They are exemplary people and professionals. We're indebted to them for their contributions to Ohio State and our community and thank them for all that they have done. I look forward to working with Urban in his new capacity. You'll soon get your new goals and objectives in your new capacity. As together we seek to maximize the potential of our 30 head coaches and 68 assistant coaches and over 1,000 student athletes that we're all blessed to serve. And fortunately, Shelley, I hope, continues to plan to serve as an adjunct professor, a faculty member in the College of Nursing, where students every day are thrilled to learn from her expertise. I haven't talked to her about that. I hope that's true. And so I want to thank them both, personally and professionally. I can't begin to share with you the bond that has grown, particularly between me and Urban. So this is professional as an athletic director, but personal as a friend. We've had great conversations. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and my family's heart, but also on behalf of Buckeye Nation. You rocked it, brother. You did what we talked about, so thank you so much.
I want to thank President Drake, the Board of Trustees, and Gene Smith for this opportunity and for naming me the 25th head coach at The Ohio State University. Gene and Sheila, there's a reason this is the best athletic department in America, and it's because of your leadership. I want to thank Urban Meyer and Shelley. I can't put words into what you've done for me and my family. I've learned so much from you on a daily basis and will forever be in debt to you. Your legacy will live on here forever. You can now sit in the box and yell at us for either going for it or not going for it on fourth down, too. I want to thank my family back home in Manchester, New Hampshire. I got a lot of them, and that's where Nina and I both grew up. And without them, none of this would be possible. Thank you, and I love you. To my wife, Nina, and my 3 kids, RJ, Grace, and Nia. The only way you succeed in this profession is to have a family that sacrifices. We've moved across the country, and your support has been unwavering. And Nina, your strength is what makes our family special. I love you all very much. To the current team, this opportunity would not be possible without the current players and leaders of our team. They'll always have a special place in my heart for what they've done and where they've come from August to now. We are all part of something special here at Ohio State, and the culture that Urban Meyer has created here is strong. And my pledge to the players is that our staff is going to give you every opportunity to maximize yourself as a football player, as a student, and establishing your career after football. To Buckeye Nation, you have my word that I'm going to give everything I have to continue the tradition of excellence and winning that this program has enjoyed during its storied career. My family and I have fallen in love with the passion that every fan has for the Buckeyes and what football means to this great state. You can feel it on game day during the skull session, during the walk to the stadium, and playing in the horseshoe on Saturdays. To the high school coaches in Ohio, we have the best coaches in some of the best high school programs in all of America here in Ohio, and it will continue to be our first priority to recruit Ohio football players. Every young football player in the state of Ohio should dream about one day becoming a Buckeye, and it's our staff's responsibility to make sure we recruit them at the highest level. On-field expectations. It didn't take long for me to figure out what the expectations were of Ohio State football. Number 1, win the rivalry game. And number 2, win every game after that. I take this responsibility very seriously. And I want to thank the former players who have set the standard so high here. You're always welcome and continue to be welcome, and this is your home. On the field, you can expect a team that's going to be tough, that's going to have great energy, and will be creative. On offense, we continue to force defenses to cover the entire field this year as we went from J.T. Barrett to Dwayne Haskins at quarterback this season, which took on a very different attack. But I feel strongly about our offense's ability to modify and adapt to our personnel year in and year out. On defense, we'll be aggressive with multiple fronts, sound and simple for the players so that they will have the ability to play fast. On special teams, we will continue to incorporate all of our best players on the team, and it will be the tip of our spear of the program. To the faculty and staff, the profile of the student athlete that we recruit here is a direct reflection of the academic reputation that you've created, and we realize how important that relationship is. I look forward to working with you and supporting each other in the future. And lastly, every coach who ever put a whistle around their neck strives to be the head coach at The Ohio State University. I fully understand the challenges that await for me. and being on the same list as Paul Brown, Woody Hayes, Earl Bruce, John Cooper, Jim Tressel, and Urban Meyer. It's extremely humbling, but I'm prepared and ready for the task. Thank you again for this opportunity, and go Bucks.